Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Graphic User Interface, Part 1. Today we'll be talking about some important controls. We'll see how we can set the location of the control, and then we'll talk about buttons and labels. Now, some important controls are button, checkbox, text box, label, list box, and form. Form is also a control, but form is a little bit different kind of control. Form is a container control, which means that this form control can contain several other controls. So maybe we can have a label, text box, checkbox on the form control. So now if we talk about button, when a user press a button on the form, we want something to happen. Maybe it could be a display of a message or some calculation or some other processing. Now the method we will write for that purpose, that is what we call event handler. Another thing you must keep in your mind, any movement you make with your mouse or keyboard, event happens. If you press a button, event happen. If you click, event happen. If you double click, event happen. Now, for all these things, we have to catch with the help of event handler and redirect our control to that method that we want to perform. Now, this is a simple program that will bring a form window on the screen. Now, if you see here, we are having a class system.windows.forms. This class has everything. Now, what we do is we create our own class. This is known as btn press, yani button press, and this is inherited from form. So now all the functionality of the form is available in the button press command. And in the public static void main, we are just executing a command application.run, and we are trying to create an object of this button press class, object of this class. So it will run the program and it will bring this kind of screen. Now let's see how we can bring this kind of screen on our. Now in the programming, now for example, I'll be saying, okay, we can write the program using system, and then I'm going to say using system dot windows, because this is a window programming, and then forms. So in my class, that is public class button press. Now in this class, I have to extend inherit form class. And now I say nothing else, but I just say, okay, public static void main. And in this public static void main, I say application.run, and I need to pass on one object of this class, button press. And for object, I need to have a square bracket, the bracket open and close, and this is, so this is my constructor. So I'm calling the default constructor for my button press class, and with the help of new, I'm trying to create an object, and I'm calling a constructor so that we can create an object of this class. Now let's compile and run this program. So csc lecture 9 program1.cs, and okay, csc. Now we have some error because it's expecting one bracket that I did not close my class. So let's do it again now. And now the compilation is done, lecture 9 p1. If I press enter and you see I got this screen. Now, so this is my window. So with this code, I can bring the window on the screen. By the way, now I want to have my class constructor, and you know that the class constructor must be having same name as the class name, right? Button press and bracket open, bracket close. So this is my default constructor, and I close my default constructor here. Now in this one, what I say is, I say, okay, this dot text is a property, and I say, okay, press button, semicolon. So what I'm trying to do is, in this one, I'm trying to give a title to my form. So, and this means that this form, and by the way, even if I write this dot text, or if I just ignore this part, okay, it is the same thing, it has no effect. But if you keep writing this, means we are talking about this form object. Now let me run the program again without compiling it, so you can see the previous program again. Can you see that? I don't see any name here, okay? But now when I'll compile this program, you will see that the press button that comes on the as a title of the form. So let me compile this program and run it, and now you can see that I got a press button as a title on the screen, and this is happening in my constructor. I'm initializing the form text property with this value. So this text property is the form text property, and this means this object, this object is this one, okay? So let's see what we have in the next. Now we will try to add some button controls into our program. Now if you see here, so I need one button control, okay? So this is my class. In this class I can have instance variable, even same I can have a class variable as well. So I'm going to say the button is my class, p or b as a variable is equal to new, and then I'm going to say button. Now this is my object b of the class type button. Now what I want to do is I want to give this button a name, like I have given a name for the print. So I'm going to say, you know, every initialization is happening within the constructors. So I'm going to say b dot text property is equal to print. There you go. And now I want to add this. I want to add this control, this button on form. How we can do that? So we have a controls command. So I'm going to say controls dot add b. So I'm adding this b on the form. Okay, so just save it, and if you see, if let's try to compile and see if something is happening or not. Okay, and you see that I got a button, but if you click, nothing will happen because we did not write an event handler. When you click on this button, event happen, and we need to handle that event. So how we can write the event handler? Let's see now. So what I'm going to say is, let's close this program, and now in this one I'm going to say, you know, we are doing a click. So I'm going to say b dot click. Whenever we click on this b, this is the property which we are having. So I'm trying to write my own method. This is what we call overloading. Now we'll talk in the future, inshallah, overloading. So I say I want to write a new event handler. Okay, and the name of the new event handler is b, for example, I say click, something like that. No problem. You can give any name. You can give any name at this point. Okay, so this is my event handler. Now initialization is done. So what I'm going to say is I have to write my event handler to let my program know what I'm talking about. So if you see, I have a protected void, name b underscore click, same name, same name. Then I will pass two parameters. One is object sender, and the second one is event arguments e, and then I say bracket, and I can say bracket open and now. So what I want to do in this one, if I click on the button, I want to change the title of the button to done. Okay, so I'm going to say okay, b dot text is equal to done, and I close the method. You see here. So let's discuss this program again. So I am having using .system and using system.windows.forms. Then I have a class inherited from the form. Then I had button object. Now I initialize all my buttons objects and the form object properties. So this is I'm trying to add this control to the form, and then I'm writing my event handler here. So this is my declaration, and here I'm writing my program. Now let's go and compile this program, and I can say I would like to run it. Now if you see, if this is my print. Now if I press this button, it will go to this method and it will do something here. Let's see what is happening. Did you see that? When I press the button, it jumped up to this B click and it changed the value to the done. So that is how we are going to work with our event handler. So event handler is a special program or a special method that work on the event. And by the way, click is an event. Now I want to specify the location of my buttons. Okay, so for that matter, because location is on the form and we need a special class, that is what we call system.drawing, because drawing class has the points. So what I'm going to say is, okay, I want to have, for example, b dot point, b dot location. B dot location is equal to new, and I have to specify the point. So I say, okay, from the x it is 20, and from the y it is 20, like that. So this is for my button. So now what we're going to do is I'll just save it and I will compile it. And now I want to run this program, and if you see, it is away from 20 and 20. Now if I say I want to change it to 50 and 50, we will see how it works. You see that? So it is 50 from here and 50 from the y. So this is x and this is y. So that is how we are giving a location to the control on the form with the help of b dot location, and b dot location is available in system.drawing class. Now you have an activity to perform. So maybe I can just show you that So for example, we have let's try to see. So we are having like lecture 9 a1.cs. So let me lecture 9 a1. So we didn't compile this program. So let me compile this program. And now I can say, so if you see here, if I click on the print, it is done. Now when I click on the clear, it comes back to the print. So you have to modify the same program and do something like that. When you click on the print, it changes to done, and you click on the clear, it changes back to print. So this is one exercise that you need to do. And then we have another exercise that is, what we can say is, maybe this is activity 2. Let me see. Yeah, if you click on the clear, it clears the message. This is my label. This is button, another button. So if I click on the clear, it clears the message. If I print, it say hi there. Print of the click on the clear is gone. Print. If you click on the print, it comes back again. So that's a second activity that you need to perform. That's it for today. Kafara majlis. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.